Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and I was up here working on my final little notepad to put in the 3 journals I'm working on, and I thought y'all might want to do the last one with me or finish it with me. I started out first making these for them. I made 3 of them, and I'm real happy with it. It's just that I think if I did other journals, I think they would be better in them. So I have a thing about coordinating and stuff like that. So I ended up, one of my journals, 2 of them are the same size and one is smaller. So for the smaller one, I made this one, and I'm holding it like this to show you that the vellum on the top has that pretty silver. Isn't that pretty? Pretty metallic silver on it. And so this one has lace at the top. Then this is a strip of fabric, y'all. Vintage fabric from a vintage sheet. And then a little applique here. And let me put those over here. And then the other one I did is this one, which has the lace instead down here. So that's not attached, even though it wants to be attached. Isn't that interesting? I guess my glue did a little what, splaying out. And normally I take distress ink on the bottom of these torn pages. You don't have to tear them if you don't like that look, but I wanted these to remain white, to pick up the white in the lace and the white in the paper, you know, this little white dots and things in the paper. So I thought, well, this goes in the very back pocket, by the way, of my journal. So let's finish this one together. So what I've already done, excuse me, there goes that clearing of the throat again. These pages, or little papers, are all 2.5 inches wide. Now as you saw, you can make it wider, you can make it longer. Did I already mention this wasn't my creation? Wish it was, because I love making them. Here's what it's going on. A lot of times what I do, you've probably seen in the past, is if it's a white background here, I stencil, but I have so much going on with pattern paper. These 2 I dyed. This one I dyed with acrylic paint, and this one I dyed with food coloring. And so I've got so much going on that this time I just went around it. Excuse me, mercy sakes. I just went around it in the, let's see, I think that's this is Kitsch Flamingo. So that's what it's going to look like at the moment. But I need one more piece on the top, and the reason I picked this cardstock to do the base of it with is because, as you see, it has metallic silver, which I think will look great with this. This doesn't have much on it, so I'm probably not going to use that one. Then I have the piece that was left over from, that might be pretty. That might be, oh, it's so pretty on that pink, isn't it? Ooh. That might look nice there, mightn't it? Do I want just a little bit? Or, I can also turn it around. Or do we want, oh, that's interesting, just kind of like a little bit here and then a nice piece there. That's kind of cool looking too, isn't it? Or do I want a lot? I don't know. Oh, hold on. That's super cute too. Oh, how cute is that? I do tear it, so we'd lose just a little bit of the silver here and here. But that's pretty cute, isn't it? I think the one that has tons, this one might, not for this one. So either that one or this one. I don't know, I like that too. Oh, that is so sweet. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this one. We'll put this one up. Okala dokala. What I'm going to do first is just tear the bottom. Like I said, you guys, you've probably done these many, many times before. I know I have. And I'll be honest with you, this is one of my favorite things to make for a journal. I just love them. I didn't make a matchbook this time, which you can do this and enclose them in a matchbook as well, too. That's fun. And I'm going to go ahead and close the window, guys, just for a second here, because it's loud this morning. It's early morning, and everybody's getting ready to go to work. So I need to see where to cut this. Let me see, let that pink shine through. And I need to cut it. I do go ahead and mark it. For me to mark it, it's not as wasteful. Yeah, I can see that. It's not as wasteful of me going, oh, I think it's here. Oh, no, I think it's here. You know what I mean? Okay. So what have you all been creating lately? As you all know, I started out on these journals some time ago. And then I started making things for, to put in there. Then I started doing ephemera to decorate with. And guess what? I didn't use a lot of it. I was like, oh man, now I'm creating new to go in there. And I was like, so there takes more time. I was trying to do things in less time instead of more time. I need to straighten these pages out so that they fit. Oh, in case you all want to know how long this ended up being, it ended up being 7 inches, so that, and I did go ahead, you can just, guesstimate an inch and put that, fold it yourself, but I always go ahead and score it. I mean, that's just who I am. That's just what I do. Okay. Sometimes it helps. I'm using a tiny attacher by Tim Holtz. If you don't have one of these, a regular staple would do fine. Usually I put one here and here. Oops, they're not centered. Okay. All right, now we're better. What was I going to say? Oh, or you could do brads, or you could sew it. There's just a lot of ways that you can attach it. But one thing, normally, like I said, here and here for me, but I want to decorate the top so that I still see this metallic silver to go along with, even though this is a more matte silver, I still think it looks fantastic there. So I have a snippet roll, and I cut this one out, so I would have to put them like here and here, or I also cut this one off the snippet roll which has the green and the darker pink. I do not know why this has decided to flip up on me a little bit, because normally it stays down beautifully. What's that doing? I don't know. Okay. We got it. It's all good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it doing that, but I like it when it lays down flat, personally. That's just my opinion. Okay. So what do I do? What do I do? I like this one, especially because the darker pink, you know, pulls that in. But this is so cute. I don't know, I think that's precious. Do y'all do this? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Look at that. It keeps wanting to do that. What a rascal. Okay. I'm not sure, but I do know that my staples have to go right about here and right about here. Because if I want to do that, and I do cover up the ones, I don't cover up the back, which I used to. I used to put little, like a die cut or something back there to cover up the back too, but no, not necessarily, especially since we have this silver here. I can't determine which one. Love it. Do it like that. I think I like that one better. You know? How cute is that? And since it's metal, and I don't want, personally, I don't do the, that's all gooky. I don't do the water-based glue on that. Plus, this is fabric. And so I do the Fabri-Tac. And yes, it's expensive. I agree with you. I try to use it sparingly, you know, but I love working with fabric, to be honest, in a journal. And even if it's just a little snippet here and a little snippet there, you know. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. And I'm going to put this right about here. And you all also know when you work with Fabri-Tac, you've got a slight amount of time to say, uh-oh, I didn't want that there. To move it a little bit here or there. Okay. So there's the one we did together. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.